Welcome to Boys in the Burgh, the podcast all about Pittsburgh, these boys, the black and the yellow. But today, I think we're going to explore a little bit more of the blue and the yellow. I'll get to that in a second. My name is Chris Speranza.
My name is JJ Speranza.
And we are talking about the good old town of Oakland. Not Oakland, California. We're talking about Oakland in Pittsburgh. And basically, how did we come to this topic? Two things kind of happened. One, I went to see John Mulaney in the Peterson Event Center, and I got to walk around Oakland a little bit and get a little bit more, engulfed in the atmosphere. And and JJ, what's the other reason?
The other reason is because of the Rick Seebeck documentary called All About Oakland. So we got a little bit of both. We're going to pepper on in here today.
Yep. Just like how I'm about to pepper in these plugs, where you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. So you can follow us and see when the newest episodes are coming out. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. And you can also see small clips of us on TikTok and Reels and YouTube Shorts. So I have covered all of the social media now.
I'm so impressed. You are amazing.
And I will have to say, so the first week of launching the TikTok page, I wasn't expecting anything. And I really set my standards low. I'm not going to lie. They were pretty low. I was like, 10 followers at best, and we got 24. It's not 100, but for doing absolutely nothing, just throwing 5 videos out there and just being like, let's see what happens. I was very hesitant of TikTok because I was afraid of negative comments, but everyone was actually pretty positive, so I've been very happy about that.
We appreciate the good vibes then, guys. Thank you.
And I also posted a picture of like our Boys in the Burgh profile photo, and someone sent us something with 3 hearts breaking saying AI.
AI slop. We were here for it.
And I was gonna be like, you're damn right I used AI.
You should have sent them the other pictures of us through AI. Had been like, this is what was gonna happen. It was so bad.
Oh. No. Those will not see the light of day.
Chris, I got to ask you before we jump into Oakland stuff. Do you watch any Pitt football?
I don't watch much Pitt football, and apparently they're doing fantastic this year. Like, only 2 losses so far and everything, and they're not ranked or anything yet, but, it's only a 2-loss season so far.
Yeah, we sat, I think his name was Herschel or something like that, and he was good, but he wasn't doing too great. We have a true freshman in right now, and he is really, really talented. Our defense is fantastic. Our kicker is like Jeff Reed. Like I'm sorry, Chris Boswell, because Jeff Reed's okay, but Chris Boswell's amazing. The Pitt team's fantastic. They're a lot of fun to watch, and they play Notre Dame on Saturday.
And it's the first time in history that it looks like the roles have been reversed with Pitt and Penn State, where now Penn State, they're going through a bunch of crap, firing their head coach for, God knows what reason. And now Pitt, they're the one that are flourishing. And everyone, we really wanted our head coach fired, Narduzzi, for a little bit. And now we're starting to see, the fruits of the labor right now.
It's incredible. Like, I feel like ever since Pickett left, we've been like, there's a little bit of a void, and it's finally starting to come full circle. It's really great to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, before we start talking about Oakland, real quick, I put out a post on Instagram and Facebook Reels basically asking, who do you think's going to win the Steelers and Colts game? And I said, I don't have high hope, but I never said they were going to lose. I just said, I don't have high hopes, but man, the Steelers, why do they put us through this?
Every stinking year.
Every stinking year, it's just like, okay, we have beaten the best team, and then we're gonna lose to Joe Flacco, and then and people on TikTok thought I was crazy saying that the Steelers could beat Buffalo. They could. They
beat the
can beat
Colts.
Buffalo. It's just a matter of, do the Steelers show up that day? That's it.
Honestly, it really is. And like, I don't know, man. I think the couple episodes ago we had a whole thing about the Steelers quarter, like we broke it down. I said a lot of stuff about Steelers winning a bunch of games that they probably weren't gonna, and man, they proved me wrong. They lost to the bad teams and won to the good teams yet again. Once again, this is just keeps happening.
So don't call me crazy yet, people. Don't call me crazy yet. My calculations say that the Steelers usually beat the good teams.
Who do we play this weekend?
I almost said San Diego.
Man.
Los Angeles Chargers.
Nice. That'll be interesting to watch too. That's a good team.
Mm-hmm. Every week is interesting to watch.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, how was your trip to Oakland? How was the John Mulaney show? Just break it down for us. How was it?
Yeah, so I do have a couple notes on that and everything. So basically, cousin Andy, Forever Boys in the Burgh, co-host, he ended up texting me. I was training in East Liberty for work, and he said, "Do you want to go see John Mulaney tonight?" And I said, "I guess we're going." So that's what he does. He'll be like, "Hey, you want to go to a Penguins game?" I go, "When?" He goes, "Now." I guess, well, I guess I'm going. So basically, for the drive from East Liberty to Oakland is not far. It's about 15 minutes. So I drove down there. I parked in the Soldiers and Sailors parking lot because that's my safe spot. So it's like that one place you can park at in Oakland and feel okay with your car being there. I don't know how people street park or anything, but you know, I've seen parking spots before in front of the Cathedral of Learning, but that's just my safe spot. And so I'm early, so I start walking around a little bit. It is a Thursday night. The streets are packed with people everywhere.
Makes sense.
The weather was nice, and it looked like there were people leaving work and everything. But from what I heard when I talked to my parents' neighbor's kid who watches my dog, he said, yeah, my brother, who goes to school in Oakland, says Thursdays are people's party days.
Thirsty Thursday, bro.
Oh, jeez. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Come on, man.
But I was just like, I guess it's because, like, you know, in college, you don't really have class all the time on Fridays. You can actually make that work out. So I didn't think about Thirsty Thursday. So streets were packed. I go up, for people who don't know, the Peterson Event Center is their event center where they hold concerts, pro wrestling shows, but more importantly, pit basketball. And so I walk up. It's on the top of this hill.
Cardiac Hill.
Heart Attack Hill. Oh, it's called Cardiac Hill?
Yep.
I called it Heart Attack Hill, but
same thing.
yeah. So you go up this hill and you're at the top. And here's the craziest thing. I had time. So I walked up the steps that were next to the Peterson Event Center. And at the top, there's still more hill to go up. I was like, holy crap. How is Pittsburgh on this giant mountain? It might as well be a volcano. Like, it's huge. So we go to the John Mulaney show. John Mulaney, hilarious. I'm not going to say any of his jokes because, first of all, I won't do it justice. And second of all, you know, it's his jokes that we couldn't record.
Did he mention anything about Pittsburgh or being a Pitt or anything?
He said he used to perform at Mr. Small's Theater all the time.
Whoa, okay.
So that gives him that Pittsburgh connection. But this show was fantastic. The craziest thing that happened was someone had a medical incident during John Mulaney's sketch.
Oh.
So, yeah, he was talking, doing his thing, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of flashlights in a top section and people screaming, "Medic! Medic! Medic!" And a guy down low in a yellow shirt going, "What section are you?" And John Mulaney just went, all right, we'll just let this play out first and then we'll be back. And he puts the microphone down and he walks off stage and all the house lights come on.
Oh my God.
So not part of the show or anything. So they take care of what's going on. I think I have enough time to use the bathroom. The second I leave, first of all, the queue for the men's bathroom, what are you guys doing? It was like 10 minutes. Like, there were some people that would just be standing there for a very long time. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. Sorry, that's beside the point. Like, the bathroom situation is atrocious. Like,
Yeah, too bad.
If it's taking that long for men to use the bathroom, there's a problem. So as soon as I stand up and I get through the curtain, John Mulaney's back on automatically. So I just hold in my pee and I just go right back to my seat.
Did he mention anything about like what happened, or is he just like, all right, back to the show?
He went back to the show. I missed what transition he used to get back into it. But at the end of the show, I will say this about it. He started talking about it, like what happened. He was just like, we did pretty good for a crowd. Like, that was good. The whole time we were backstage, we were debating, should we play music? I don't know if we should play music or not.
That's funny.
So, and then after the show, I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. I'll let you get to your
please.
stuff. But,
I want to hear the story.
but after the show, you get to the soldiers and sailors spot, and it's a 10-minute walk from soldiers and sailors to Peterson Event Center and vice versa. Except it's easier because you go down a hill.
Sure.
And so basically we get to our spot and we're waiting in traffic for a little bit, and you go out this one gate. And naturally, I'm like, Fifth Avenue. And for people who don't know, Oakland's basically connected by two streets, Fifth Avenue and Forbes. Forbes goes out of the city, Fifth goes into the city. Why? Because Forbes has an O and Fifth has an I. For that.
That's good. I like that.
and so I'm like, I'm just going to go on Fifth Avenue. Backed up. Completely backed up. And then the GPS says, yeah, just go on the street like parallel to Fifth Avenue. I forget what street it is. And I was clear. I got to the Parkway. Show ended at 10:30 or something. And I was home and in bed by like 11:45.
That's not bad. Especially getting out of Pittsburgh. That's not bad at all.
I live in Manor, everybody, near Irwin. So it's not an easy drive. It's a pretty big hike.
I mean, luckily you're right off the kind of off the turnpike there. So it's pretty easy once you get the turnpike area.
Mm-hmm. So that was my John Mulaney story. Some other things. Ooh, I forgot to tell you what I did before the show. I wanted wings, and I didn't want something that I had to carry around with me. So I wanted to finish my meal. And I was like, I'll go to Permante's. There's a Permane Brothers right there.
Yeah, okay.
For people who don't know, there's two different kinds of Permanes. There's like suburb Permanes that serves wings, burgers, pizza, and everything. And there are city Permante's, Strip District, and what I found out, Oakland.
Yeah, they're very much city.
So they only serve sandwiches. So they're the people, they throw the wax paper down, make it in front of you, boom, here you go, have a nice day. So I walked in and said, not my vibe. And I walked out. But I want to give a shout out to a place called Stacked.
Love Stacked, yes!
Mm-hmm. For people who have not gone there, it's pretty much like a burger joint. You walk in there. I got a 1/4 pound burger because I felt like that was the perfect size for the moment. And you actually, you don't get a menu. You get a thing that you like tally. Like, I want this, or I want this on my burger with this and this. So you just tally it as you go. And it was cool. I liked it.
They had one of those up in Wexford. We went there a couple times, but yeah, there it's like a Burgatory, but like more of a hometown Burgatory.
Yeah. So it was delicious. I had a great time. It's so fun being around. Like, I work in Greensburg now. I miss like the city environment sometimes, but I have a dog, so like I have to be home every single night. But like if it was just me and my wife, and I was working in downtown Pittsburgh, I'd probably be in like downtown Pittsburgh all the time.
It's a really great area. Oakland in particular is a lot of fun. During the school season, it definitely gets crazy, but just in general, it's a really cool vibe. Just really fun to be around.
Yeah. But that's my quick stories about Oakland, my most recent experience. What was yours?
Actually, fun story about the Peterson Event Center. What was the first concert you and I saw together at the Peterson Event Center?
Foo Fighters, no question.
Yes, we saw.
I know what it is right away.
With the kid you're talking about who goes to Oakland, his dad took us there when we were kids.
Yeah, the first time I heard whatever transition into All My Life, I think that was the first time I ever experienced like live music as it should be. Like, it was, I get goosebumps thinking about it.
It was a great concert. And I think every concert after that was like amazing because we went to that one first and we were able to experience Foo Fighters early on. You know, it was so much fun.
Yeah. And did Rise Against open for them in that thing?
They did.
At the Peterson Event Center?
Yeah, it was Rise Against for that one. I think they had a mariachi band at one point in time, but I don't think it was that show.
I think it was that show. There was a mariachi band, then Rise Against, and then Foo Fighters.
It just makes sense. But that was tons of fun. Like, I was thinking about that today. Excuse me. It's funny that you mentioned the Permane brothers down there. Have you spent a lot of time eating in Oakland, like just going around and trying different food?
No, but I know in one of our sources that we have today is the documentary Something About Oakland, a Rick Seebeck film. Oakland is a place of just food you could get from around the world, all in one area. And me kind of walking around Oakland, I saw that. Like, if you get off of Fifth Avenue and you go into like some side streets, there's like not even like Chinese, like Oriental restaurants. So like it was everywhere. And I know in that documentary we watched, there was people with Indian food. I don't know. This might sound weird. Palestinian food. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
but
that's
just
a
like,
thing.
but there was just food from everywhere. So I did try to like take mental notes of that when I was walking around.
That the grocery store that they mention in the documentary, it's the corner grocer. I forget the name of the store, but they had those. I don't know if they make them anymore, but the fried pepper sandwiches that were like that big, and the bread was like that thick on each slice was that thick. That was like, I don't know, man. I saw that and it was just reminding me of our childhood because that's like what we used to eat back in the day.
Like, I think I know why I want to go on vacations and I'm such a foodie. It's because I grew up in Pittsburgh.
It's some of the best food in the world. I really think that. And and just like you said, like Oakland itself is so eclectic. It has so many different options that like you can never get bored. You can go to a different place every day and get some type of different food.
Joe Manganiello said on a podcast, Pittsburgh pizza is better than New York City pizza.
I agree. We have a saying down here that I've learned from living in the South, and that is that if you want New York pizza, go to New York. If you want Pittsburgh pizza, go to Pittsburgh. You know, like it's such a unique style that you have to go to that area to have it.
What I remember is when I went to New York City, they just had like pizzas already pre-made and they cut it up, big slices. They threw it in like an oven for 5 minutes, whatever it may be. And then it was given to you. Now, in Pittsburgh, I think like you gotta like spot out like the great places, and I'm gonna give a shout out to a place called Caliente.
Oh,
and
look at you go!
We went to the one in Monroeville, and they had this pizza. It was like a cheese, like California pizza. I forget what it was called, but it won like a bunch of awards. And there was just like cheese, ricotta cheese on it, olive oil, and lemon zest.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think it would work out, but it was fantastic.
We used to live across the street from the one in Allison Park, and man, when they came out with their stuffed crust pizza, we were done. We were done for. The pizza's so stinking good.
$30 a pizza?
Yeah, it's a little pricey. It'll get you.
Little pricey there, but it's still delicious. So Oakland, I mean, I haven't tried any of their pizza. I'm sure we should have just had a college kid on our podcast. You know, they'd be like, I like this pizza, 6-7, like, you know, probably something like that.
When I was in college, I lived on the south side of Pittsburgh, and I used to take the bus over to Oakland. Or if I was back at mom and dad's house, I would take the bus from Monroeville to Oakland. And it was just easier not to have a car down there. And well, obviously I was in college. We were like goofing around doing our thing down there. We went to one of these parties, and they ordered this pizza, and they were like, oh, you're not going to believe how big this pizza is. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll go help you pick it up. It took 4 people to carry this pizza back. It served like, I want to say 17 to 20 people was the serving size for this pizza. That was like the size of the desk that I'm working on right now.
Do you know what the pizza place was called?
I don't remember much of that night. I just remember the pizza itself was really good and really big.
JJ!
I was a different person.
Young JJ was so crazy.
I was a different person back then, man.
It's like that episode of How I Met Your Mother where Barney's trying to get his dad to be like the crazy person again.
Nah.
And then the dad was just like, I was drinking milk the whole time. That's like you now.
Pretty much, as I drink my one Angry Orchard and then go to bed. But yeah, man, I always liked that Primanti Brothers. Wow. I feel like we have to talk about the hot dog place. What was it called?
The Dirty O.
The Dirty
Of course
O.
we gotta talk.
It's gone, but it was amazing. The French fries and cheese, the hot dogs themselves, the hoagies. Oh my god, amazing!
It was mentioned on the documentary too.
It was
something about Oakland.
But no, never mind. That's a different one. But no, dude, what do you remember about the Dirty O?
So we didn't really go there that often, but the only time we did go there is when my wife Carissa was living in Philadelphia with her family, and we had to pick her up from the megabus. That's the only memory I really have. We just got like French fries and a hot dog. And of course, as we know from Rick Seebeck, the hot dog that you got to get is with mustard. Oh, I got to remember this. It was mustard, relish, onion, and pickles on a hot dog.
Relish and pickles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Correct us if we're wrong, Rick. Let us know.
He said because it added crunch. It added the crunch to the hot dog.
Oh, okay. I think I was just in such awe that we had him on the show that I was just like, I was like, hot dogs, yeah.
But I don't know much about the Dirty O. I do remember just like Pittsburgh has a distinct French fry taste that everybody says Kennywood French fries. And I don't know if Kennywood, the Dirty O, Primanti Brothers, I don't know if they're all buying the same oil from the same places, but all the French fries taste the same, and it's fantastic.
There's nowhere else in the country you can get French fries like that. Like, there are amazing French fries out there, but like Pittsburgh style stuff is just so good. Oh my gosh, every time we're in town, we're just like, what do we hit first? Everything's so good.
See, when I don't make French fries, but I cut up potatoes, but I use yellow potatoes, and I know the people in Pittsburgh, they use Idaho potatoes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like those big brown ones. Like I used a small one so I could cut them up easily. But like they use the big ones, and they got like the that thing that just completely murders the potato. It's just like, please, I have a family. Your family's my stomach. Like it's one of those.
Could you imagine how strong they are from doing that all day?
Just like one arm with a huge bicep, the other arm just skinny.
I did want to go circle back to you had mentioned that there was sometimes parking at the Cathedral of Learning. Have you ever been inside the Cathedral of Learning?
Mhm. One time. So the one time I went to the Cathedral of Learning, Carissa and I, my wife, we were trying to go to an event in Oakland, but they didn't allow our Pitt Greensburg IDs to let us in,
It's profiling.
and it is profiling. And it was to see Josh Radnor of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh no!
Mhm. So Carissa was upset, and we went to the Cathedral of Learning, and it cheered her up a little bit. And we like went to the top floor, and my God, the top floor.
You went to the top floor too?
When I went to those rooms where you can only like peek in them through like a peephole or something,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, why did I go to Pitt Greensburg? I should have went to Oakland.
Our friend Evan was in I want to say he was like the honors program for engineering. So he had access to the very, very top floor where only the honor students like in certain classes can go to. And it was a fully glass room with library stuff all around it and like a little seating area in the middle. But all you saw was Pittsburgh all around. And I got goosebumps talking about it. It was incredible.
Can you imagine just like, hey, you need to move this desk. Where? To the top floor.
Now?
Which I'm sure they got some kind of like, utility elevator, I would imagine, but, maybe they don't. It's an old building.
It is. I guess back in the day whenever it was first built, and I have the dates and everything. I honestly, I have so many notes on the actual movie that's hard to go through all of it. So I'll make sure I give you guys some better details next episode next time we talk about Oakland. But Evan's dad, when it was still newer to the area, used to go to the very top floor, to the roof actually, and throw paper planes off of it.
Oh, that's fun. That was my next question. If you were able to get to the roof, you yourself, not just someone else.
Used to back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, but not anymore.
Yep, not anymore. But of course, we can't talk about Oakland without talking about. We talked about it last time, but we're going to talk about it again because we're on camera talking about it now. The wall for Forbes Field, where everyone gathers around and listens to Game 7.
Which happened recently, last month.
Yep. And so I actually did do a little bit of research with this. And when I say I did a little bit of research, sorry to the heartbreaking person that we talked about earlier. I used ChatGPT to use a little bit of research.
And couldn't even give Wikipedia the dignity.
Wikipedia is dead. We're going to use ChatGPT forever. So basically, just like the two things that are still left from Forbes Field is one, it's that wall that's still there, and two, it's the home plate that is now preserved in Hillman Library. I've seen it one time before. It's just like on the ground in a glass casing, basically, that you could walk over it. So those are pretty much like the two remaining things of Forbes Field.
Which makes sense. It's incredible how back then they just tore the whole thing down and we're like, all right, say bye to it. And thank goodness they have kept some type of remnants of it there because it was a very important field.
It was. And who was the person that hit the home run in Game 7?
Doug Flutie.
It was Bill Mazeroski. We discussed this.
I totally forgot that. That's really cool.
Real quick sidebar. Did you watch Game 7 of the World Series?
No, but I heard it was insane. I heard the whole series was insane.
I only watched Game 7 because I've heard how insane the series was. And Blue Jays held a lead like the entire game by 1 run. And then top of the 9th, because they were at Toronto, top of the 9th, Dodgers hit a home run. Ties the game. Go into extra innings. Dodgers score runs in the top of the 11th and then end the World Series with a double play.
Is that where the ball got stuck into the wall?
That was Game 6.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That was controversial.
How about the 22 innings they went into?
Yeah, where the game ended at 5 a.m.
Yeah, what insanity. I'm surprised they didn't push the next game back a day.
Nope. Of course they wouldn't.
Nope.
So the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about too, other than the Forbes Field, first of all, have you seen the wall or home plate?
Yes, I've seen both, and it's so cool to see. Such a part of history.
I've never seen the wall.
Oh, okay. You should try to see it sometime.
Unless I drove past it. I don't know. Like,
May
is it off the side of a road, or is it just like in a little bit of a field?
No, it's just off the side of the road.
That's so weird. Like it's like when people go to see the Alamo and it's just in the middle of a city. It's just like, oh, okay.
Or the pyramids and there's like a Pizza Hut next to them.
So basically the other thing I kind of have a gripe with Pitt about, I don't blame them, but you know, I thought it was cool. Pitt Stadium used to be like right next to where the Peterson Event Center is now.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this nice big field that everyone could go in, play ultimate frisbee, whatever college kids do, and just have a good old time.
Mm-hmm.
That place is gone now.
Yep, been gone
because they're building some kind of big stadium, some kind of big addition sports facility now. So it's just bull crap.
From what I read, if they were to put a stadium in, there's something about UPMC saying, well, if you have room for a stadium, you have room for another hospital, and they just don't want to go there quite yet. I don't know if it's true or not. This is what I read.
No, I believe that. I believe that. I believe UPMC just being like, well, if Highmark gets another, if they get to have Highmark Stadium with 15,000 seats, we wanted to call it UPMC Stadium.
Pretty much. And let's not forget, UPMC is a part of University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. So, like, what a huge part of the city of Oakland UPMC is.
Yeah, and walking around Oakland, it is a weird sight because it'd be like, first of all, you forget how young college kids look.
Yes, they're children, right?
They are children. It's no offense to them. It's just, it is what it is. And I think they've accepted it. You know, they're like, okay, we're children. and we're just like, you know, we're hitting our 30s era where we're just like dang kids or whatever, hitting brooms on the ceiling. but yeah, it's a mix of like children and professionals.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And it's just such a weird sight to see because it makes for such a weird combination. And also young kids who are like children using the bus system and everything. I still to this day have never used like a bus system.
What? Are you serious?
No,
not even like the Metro at DC?
But no, I've never. Well, I used the T in
okay,
by like the stadium, but like I've never had a thing to scan to go onto the bus.
Do you even live in Pittsburgh? Like,
no, I don't, because I'm just like, I refuse to use public transportation. And scary thing about my car today, real quick, I was driving home and I heard a popping noise and then some dragging noise, and I was just like, oh my god, what happened to my car? Just turns out a stick just popped up.
Oh my god, not your exhaust dragging on the ground.
I was so scared. I was like, did I blow out a shock? What did I just do?
With your experience with cars just like combusting on you while you're driving them, you have every right to be a little bit scared.
CRV is going to live forever. That thing is taken care of.
Oh yeah, dude. There you go.
Yeah, I didn't mean to derail us for a second. But yes, Oakland, were you one of those children that were taking the bus?
Oh yeah, I was one of them kids. But I took it on the south side of Pittsburgh, and I would take it to school from 18th Street all the way down to the other side. I can't think of what the name is, but where Bradford School was. And then on the weekends, I would take it over to Oakland to hang out with my friend, Evan.
And also, speaking of like south side, Station Square, now what you're talking about, you see I got that right there?
Yeah, I do see that little hockey uniform there. Hockey.
That's not a hockey uniform. It's a soccer uniform.
I'm so sorry, soccer. Sorry, I just got a notification that the Penguins and the Capitals are playing tonight.
Yeah, but also the Riverhounds won their first playoff game, so now they're doing a second playoff game at Highmark Stadium.
Ooh,
You got to keep up with your soccer, brother.
you got to keep up with your football then.
I'm technically watching football in a way.
Okay, I'll give you that. That's a good point.
But so how does the bus system even work? Like, I'm so new to it. Like, if I even attempted it,
Dude,
like,
back in 2000,
how did you know where to go?
back in 2009, 2010, you had to have like a handout, like a big pamphlet, and it told you all the places you can go. Because we had smartphones, but like not really. Like if you had a smartphone, you were like extremely wealthy, and we had flip phones, if that means anything. So you kind of had to like memorize, okay, well, here are the bus stops, here's where they stop at, here are the streets, here's the map, and you have to follow the map to guide yourself of where these buses are stopping and going. They were typically late because people in the city are crazy. Had a woman hiss at me once when I was getting on the bus, actually more than once. That was actually pretty interesting.
Same lady?
No, different lady. Actually, I think one was a guy too. But anyway, beside the point. Like, you run into some really interesting people on the bus, but it's just a cool experience. We took a bus, you and I took a bus from New Jersey to downtown New York, which was kind of fun. Or Manhattan, I should say.
I took a train down to. Is that what you meant?
No, you and I for WrestleMania when Dad.
Oh, that's what you're talking about, because we had no clue how it worked. And what happened, if you don't mind me telling,
Please.
I thought I could take the lead on it, and I ended up calling like a New York Transit or whatever. Because I thought, like, hey, we'll just find a subway and we'll just, take whatever, and we'll end up by Madison Square Garden, which kind of works that way because the Amtrak drops you off at Madison Square Garden. So I call New Jersey, and I thought the Pittsburgh accent was bad, and talk to this lady, and I was just like, "Hi, how do you get to New York City from whatever street I'm at?" Oh, what you gotta do? You gotta go on that button, then you gotta go there. Okay, you got sugar tits. And then I just gave the phone to my dad. I said, I don't know what she's saying. You need to talk to this person.
Pretty sure you handed it to me, actually.
Oh, it was so bad. And we found our way down there. We ended up just catching a bus. But, as we know now, if we had Uber or Lyft now, game would have changed. Completely different ball game.
2000, that was like what, 2012? Things were just different back then, man. Like, we didn't have all that technology. We had to just figure it out. Like, we had technology. Like, we had like the GPSs that you can like stick to your windshield. We didn't have like the phone you could just type stuff right in or like get an Uber. Like, and that's like in Pittsburgh. If you remember, the old Garmins used to get lost in Pittsburgh because the streets all go over each other. So it would just be like, I have no idea where you're at. You have to figure this out by yourself.
Yeah, because just like the big buildings just like knocked off the satellite. Now I get made fun of for using Apple Maps.
I use Apple Maps all the time. Don't let people negatively get to you like that.
I got made fun of because it was either like, I guess people either use Google Maps now or they use Waze.
Apple Maps is okay. Don't let our sister tell you otherwise.
No, Apple Maps is actually terrible. I just am committed to using it.
That's all I use. I tried Waze and I was like, this sucks. I was like, where's Apple Maps at?
Don't get me wrong. I'm committed to the bit, which is why I use Apple Maps until I die. And just like, it takes me into such random back roads. And then next thing I know, I just end up turning somewhere where I'm just like, I know where I'm at. I could have just... Anyways, beside the point. So did you know about Oakland? I was walking to the John Mulaney show, and I believe the fitness center used to be in the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. And I don't think that's the case anymore.
The fitness center?
Oh, David L. Lawrence. Why'd I say that? The fitness center used to be in the Peterson Event Center.
Yes, it used to be in the Peterson Event Center. Not quite the convention center.
I don't know why I said the convention center.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You're good.
But as I was walking around, I saw a giant building that I thought was I almost said it again. Peterson Event Center. So and I was like, all right, I made it. And it was a new fitness facility. And it was like 7 floors tall, JJ.
Oh my God.
And it had a rock climbing wall in it.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I was walking around, I see the rock climbing wall, and it's just floors upon floors of just weight areas and just like benches and mirrors and dumbbells. I'm like, no shit. Like, how does a college kid get this much of a privilege?
I mean, back in 2009, we were just excited they had free weights. That was the biggest claim for us. It was like, whoa, free weights, this is great.
Yeah. So just I wanted you to know that, because
thank you for that.
You and I now, like, you work out at like Planet Fitness and I work out at home. So my weights are extremely limited.
I mean, Planet Fitness is all machines, basically. So it's all right. It's not. I go there to run, pretty much.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to. We'll talk about the other thing in just a second. But yeah, just it is insane how much fitness equipment that they have down there. Let alone if you, I'll just say you cannot be fat at Pitt. You can eat all the food you want, but like from all the hills and everything alone, you're gonna lose like 10 or 20 pounds immediately.
Oh yeah, it's not like you're at like University of like I don't know, Nebraska, where everything's flat.
No,
like
pick Greensburg. Pick Greensburg.
Or UNCW, where they had a 5K and it was all like flatness. Just there wasn't any hills at all. But like it is literally built on a hillside, and it's incredible if you want to keep in shape. The college food back when I was going to school was pretty much cheeseburgers and grilled cheese sandwiches. So keeps you in line.
I have told you about my grilled cheese sandwich college meal, right?
Remind me.
It was like $3 for it, and I ran out of like flex cash and meal deposits. I don't know what the hell it's called. And I just kept getting these 3 grilled cheeses, and I would just dip it in barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I thought you put like a burger patty between them or something.
No, I didn't do that. I wish I would have. That would have been a great idea. Become friends with like the lunch people and just be like, hey, you mind slipping a burger in there?
There was one more thing I wanted to mention about Oakland, and I don't know if you experienced this because you did go to school at Pitt Greensburg, but when I was going to Bradford, we used to get our books, and they were like merchandising management books. So when we were done with them, we were done with them. Like that semester ended. We were like, well, we need to have money to, buy food and beer and whatever else. So what do? All of us would take a bus over to Pitt Oakland and go to their bookstores, because they're just like in the documentary that we watched. There was a ton of bookstores over in Oakland, like just bookstores all over. I think it was Fifth Avenue, and that was the best place to go sell your books at.
Yeah, because I was walking around these libraries. They're Barnes and Nobles. Like that is like their bookstores.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Oh, do you mean it is like Barnes and Noble, or it is Barnes and Noble?
Both.
Oh, they have Barnes and Noble down there? That's there used to be a lot of like mom and pop bookstores. I'm sure Barnes and Noble put a lot of them out of business.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, when I was done with my books, thank God Amazon was finally starting to become a thing, so you could sell them online or you could buy them for pretty cheap. Not that Communications was that big of a seller for books, but
by the time I got to Seton Hill and Greensburg, online stuff was big. But at Bradford, it was not there yet. It still had a year to go. So you had to get on that bus with all your books and get your butt over to the campus to sell your books so you can get back over and buy food.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And any other things you want to add about Oakland? I mean, like I told you, we kind of made lemonade out of lemons with our conversation.
I love Oakland. I think it's a great place. I love going there just to walk around. I miss the O, but I feel like there's enough food places there to like keep you busy. The atmosphere is amazing. I guess for the holiday season, the cathedral still does they open up all the specialty rooms and they do like a big cultural celebration. So, and I think that's something really important about Oakland is like it's kind of the cultural hub of Pittsburgh. And I think that's really important to have that in a city like Pittsburgh.
I agree with that, and you kind of put that pretty beautiful right there. Just like Oakland, it's different from downtown Pittsburgh, and it's special in its own way. Like to a point, I was walking down there and was just second guessing every college choice I made. Like, was just like, I wish I would have gone down here, even if it was for a year, just to experience it. But no, and I can't imagine Christmas time. It's probably magical there.
Oh yeah, I remember going over. I think it was around Christmas time, and they had like lights up everywhere. The cathedral was all lit up. It's just a great place to be.
It is. So yep, and pretty much that is Oakland for everybody. And I do want to say 3 things before everything gets wrapped up, and it might take up like 10 minutes, so we'll see. Number 1, we are switching to Fridays. We are going to be releasing episodes on Fridays now because the schedule works better that way because we're still adults that have full-time jobs.
Yes, and stuff that goes on every day after work. So thank you guys for putting up with us and our indecisiveness.
Yep. Number 2, JJ and I are running a 5K on Thanksgiving Day.
Turkey trot, baby.
We were doing a turkey trot, and which is why I might even document it of me I'm not a runner, and I've been trying to like build up to this 5K. So I got on Sunday 2.4 miles in. Wednesday I got 2.2 miles in. And in fact, just sitting here, I'm like feeling like the back of my legs, and it feels solid now.
Sure
It's as hard as a rock.
In all fairness, you're running in Pittsburgh again, hills. I'm running down here where it's like nothing.
And also, I only run outside because I don't have a gym membership or a treadmill. So for people who have been keeping up with the weather, it's going to be 20 degrees coming up. So I'm going to continue training through that shitty weather.
We almost turned on our air conditioner today.
I hate you. And number 3, if you lasted this long on this podcast, just know that myself, will be coming back to professional wrestling as Lewis the Nerd, November 8th at Uniontown for Rise Wrestling, where it's going to be Lewis the Nerd versus Clayton King in my first singles match in 2 years. So if you are someone who, who loves professional wrestling and who, WWE tickets are getting out of this world insane price-wise. So if you want to go to an independent show, start supporting some independent wrestlers. Rise Wrestling is a great event to go to, family-friendly. You'll see me out there. I usually sign autographs and everything. I'm that popular, JJ. I'll sign autographs for people. And just my last thing for Clayton King, I'm not coming back to wrestling to take an L. I'm coming back with a W.
Ooh.
And I'm in the best shape I've been in a very long time. And I'm 33, and I haven't been in this good a shape since my 20s, thanks to JJ making me run a 5K. So better watch yourself. I'm ready to come. I'm ready to come back. And don't let this beer fool you. I'm coming back to get you.
He's about to nerd out, y'all.
So, yep. So that's pretty much all I have. Any last second things, JJ? Your 5K training?
No, I'm just enjoying it, man. I've run like 3 so far, and each one's so much fun. When they put that medal around your neck and they're like, "Here's your time," really? That's your time? I think you can do better. You're gonna be like, "Yeah, I can do better."
They don't tell you that, do they?
They told me that. I was like, Damn you.
So, yep, I will keep track of my training and everything. So, yep, come to Rise Wrestling. Try to run a 5K. We could go through this together. So, yep, I've been Chris.
I've been JJ.
And we'll see Yins real soon.